How many times are we going to do this between now and the summer of 2028? Is it cool if I say I'm already sick of it? Like, I'm over it already? The game is pick your U.S. flag football lineup. Go. Oh, boy, that's really tough, isn't it? I'm sure if it hasn't happened already, because they've got the shakes, they're suffering withdrawal, because there's no fantasy football right this moment, I'm sure fantasy nerds have come up with a way to already put together lineups and scoring and all that stuff for flag football in the 2028 Olympics. The NFL owners, by the way, approved it, ready, 32-0, that NFL players be allowed to participate in flag football in the LA Games of 2028. And that would mean whoever plays is going to miss some of the training camp already, which I think might be even more incentive for guys to want to play. And then go goof around and stay at the Four Seasons in LA and score 150 points on the Swedes in flag football, or then go to training camp in some obscure college campus. So I think this might be extra incentive to want to play. So it's in. It's going to happen. They're going to win the gold medal. They're going to score 700 points or whatever the format is. Who knows? And now the game is all ready. And at first, it's kind of fun. Pick your lineup. Okay, here we go. Everyone's picking a lineup. I'll take them to win the gold. I will. I'm going to bet, a little bit on that. I'll take them to win by a point total of over 65 every game, and I have no idea how the scoring is going to work. But here we go, USA Today, among everybody. Here's the change, though, because like everyone, as you're laughing about this and you're picking a lineup, I'm thinking the quarterback is Lamar Jackson. It would be ridiculous. Not only can he throw, but he can run like crazy. I mean, he might score, 5 touchdowns a game and throw for 6 more. I mean, he could do whatever he wanted. But I found out, not by sheer effort, but by accident, the quarterback can't run in flag football. So that may change your opinion, you fantasy nerds, a little bit. So here's what this is what Yahoo picked. I don't think you can go too wrong. Shockingly, they have somebody named Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback. I think NBC is going to want that anyway. 1, he's famous. 2, his wife likes to be in front of a camera. They've got some drama. There's just, they're kind of a reality show themselves, so I think that happens. Since Lamar Jackson, since you can't run with the ball, then Lamar Jackson is not the pick here. Running back, because they can run with the ball. They're saying Jamar Gibbs would be the running back. You don't need Derrick Henry because you don't run over people. Your wide receivers, each of whom will score every single time they touch the ball, will be Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's got to be in this. He's worth comedy relief no matter what. The pass rusher, because I guess you get one, is Micah Parsons. Is Micah Parsons, okay? Jerry Jones has already said he loves the idea. He's not worried about anybody getting hurt. He doesn't care. So Micah Parsons is going to play. You can count on that. Your secondary, which I guess matters as much as anything in flag football, right? Weekend Warriors, is that the deal? Your secondary, Yahoo picks this. Travis Hunter, Patrick Surtain, Cooper DeJean of the Eagles, and Kyle Hamilton of the Baltimore Ravens. I guess you don't kick. I mean, if they could kick, Brandon Aubrey, makes a 70-yard field goal. I mean, everyone is going to be doing this. Everyone is already playing with lineups. There's entire shows today dedicated to picking the lineup and who would be better and blah, blah, blah. I assume Bill Belichick and his girlfriend coached the team just because, again, NBC does TV for soccer moms. Soccer moms want reality TV, so this team has got to have a certain level of drama to it. Here we go with the ESPN crew, who I think spent a good chunk this morning deciding on who the lineup would be. First up is Get Up, and I'll give Peter Schrager on ESPN some credit for saying this is a bad idea.
Graziano, the players in the 2028 Olympics is something that they're going to vote on this week. What is this about?
Allowing NFL players to participate in flag football in the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. It would be one player maximum per team, and there's all kinds of stuff in the proposal about protection, salary cap credit if somebody gets hurt, and minimum standards for playing surfaces and all that. But it is possible that you would see NFL players playing flag football in the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028 if this passes.
I can tell you, having worked for the league for the last 9 years, flag football might be their biggest priority and their widest range of what they want to do with this. That said, it's right before the season starts, Summer Olympics. I've seen Edwin Diaz in baseball shred his knee in the World Baseball Classic. I don't want to see Tyreek Hill get injured because he beat Latvia in a flag football game. I don't need to see Zay Flowers get hurt because they finally got the best of Turks and Caicos. I'm good. There's a lot of adult men leagues and women's leagues. Let them play in the Olympics. The NFL, stick to training camp.
Well, the players are all over this already, many of whom have already said, I'm all in, including Mahomes, right? The whole family is going to do this thing. You can see it coming. Justin Jefferson, who would score pretty much every time he touches the ball, would be a fine pick. No problem there. He's a star receiver for the Vikings. Guess what? We're not even to 9 a.m., and he's saying, I'm in.
To be honest, I'm just a loss of words. It's just seeing the amount of kids that are really involved in this sport, seeing the women and men being involved, and seeing it now being on a global stage is something that's so special. Even though it's 3 years down the line, and then they're still planning and who's going to be on the team and all, but just to think about the chances of playing in the Olympics and getting a gold medal is a dream. Just reverting back to being a kid and watching the track and field meets, watching basketball win the gold medal. So that's something that as a kid I always wanted to be a part of, but football wasn't globally. So now that we're expanding the game and we're going more globally, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and just seeing all of the different countries being involved, and seeing athletes like BA coming to America to play their sport, and it's just so many different athletes all around this league that we have that come from different areas of this world. That the talent is out there. It's just this game needs to be expanded and to be played all around the world.
I'm sick of it already. First of all, let's be clear about something. You're comparing it to track, comparing it to basketball is not accurate. By the way, the doofus standing next to him is the commissioner of the NFL. Okay, and he is an absolute doofus who's about to get a brand new contract himself, and he is one, along with the owners, that is pushing this flag football idea full on. I mean, you're going to hear so much about this over the next couple of years. But I'm not sure I completely buy that, right? First of all, it's not the same sport. I mean, everybody keeps going, I've wanted my whole life to be able to win a gold medal at my sport. You're playing flag football. It's the cornhole of sports. You're not playing football. It's not the same sport. But their theory, the owners, again, 32-0, approved this. Their theory is that any exposure to the game is good for them on a few levels. One, as they push to get TV agreements, platform agreements around the world, because they do everything to get richer, okay? And they're saying, we're leaving money on the table because we need a media deal in the rest of the world. And so their thinking is, this is what does that. I don't know that I completely buy it, but that's the big picture strategy here. They're thinking longer term. They're thinking all the way media. And so having celebrities, having famous guys in the Olympic Games, destroying everyone in the sport is going to be, they think, their way to expose the rest of the world to their star power. And number two, people enjoying the game. I don't know how, if you enjoy flag football, that makes you enjoy the Cowboys and the Giants. I don't see that. Because it's not the same sport. It's not the same game. It doesn't look the same. I mean, the quarterback can't even run with it. And you have to count to 5 Mississippi to rush. So, I don't know. I'm not connecting with this. I mean, they are absolutely, the commissioner, the doofus that he is, the puppet that he is just giddy up at the podium laughing about this whole thing. Somebody watching flag football, again, it'll be cool to see Tyreek Hill score 9 touchdowns in a game on 9 catches. Yeah, that'll be cool. It'll be neat to see Cooper DeJean intercept 11 passes and score 5 touchdowns. Okay, yeah, that's fun. I don't know that makes you want to watch an NFL game. If you've never watched before, really never cared before, because if you tune in, now you go, you know what, I want to watch the NFL. And you watch the Cowboys and Giants play to a 6-3 game, it's not the same. I guess it's a nice try. I'm not surprised. I don't see it. The lone dissenter, he could score 15 touchdowns a game himself if he wanted. The lone dissenter, and he better stop this stuff or the NFL is going to start finding him and saying terrible things about him, is A.J. Brown of the Eagles, who just said, man, I don't want to do this. He pretty much called it stupid.
The issue about the Olympics, you would say I wasn't sure of the age and that you'd be 30, but you also wanted to compete for a gold. Now it looks like that's actually going to be allowed to happen. Wondering if you still feel the same way about your age and would you want to compete?
So I heard the Olympics is during camp. Yeah, so no. Yeah, so that would be tough. That would be tough, but hopefully that goes through, and I think that would be fun just to compete, you know. And me personally, no, but because of camp, and you know, you guys will be complaining about A.J. Brown is not at camp, and so will the fans be, you know. So I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna keep the main thing, as Jay said.
Good for him. Now you are in trouble with the league because you're not on board, man. But I agree with him. I tell you what, you're going to think it's funny, think it's silly, you're going to think it's really cool up until your XYZ team, right? Up until Micah Parsons is chasing around some guy from Latvia and he sacks him, you know, and runs him back to the 1 foot line and you're cracking up and all that stuff and it's fun. And then he goes limping off the field and it's early August. It was a lot of fun up until it wasn't much fun, and now the season is over. And that, to tell you also, to put that in perspective, that is also he'll be about a year removed from being the highest paid defensive player, the highest paid non-quarterback the sport has ever known. He might just be the only good defensive player Dallas has. And it's really funny and cute up until, you know, he limps off the field. But what the heck? His boss, the owner, laughed that off today when he was asked about it, which I found, as usual, shocking response from the owner. He said he's not concerned about injuries. That's just crazy.